global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Yesterday, the Presidency in the person of Shehu Garba came online and explained how the community policing will be run and how the IG will be involved, and the fact that some amount of money, 13 billion thereabout, has been released for its effective running. And when asked about the issue of Amotekun, judging the fact that that regional policing, the regional outfit, security outfit, has been up and running as compared to other states or region who have not yet gotten that into law, he said either whatever code name they give it, whether Amotekun or otherwise, is going to be the same structure in the 36 states, regardless of whatever region. He now made mention of the fact that Amotekun in itself is not a regional outfit, but is just a similar state outfit that runs across the southwest, which means they're all individual states and not a regional outfit as proposed. Well, one of the southwestern governors have reacted to this fact. But before we go to the news proper for the analysis, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Alright, Governor Rotimi Akeredolu says the Ondo State Security Network Agency, also known as Operation Amotekun, will not be subsumed under the community policing arrangement of the Nigerian police force. He also insisted that governors would not pay community policemen. Before now, states across the country had clamored for independent police systems to tackle peculiar security challenges in their localities. Earlier in the year, 6 states in the southwest region came together to form a regional security operation codenamed Operation Amotekun, which has since been backed by law in their respective states. But with the recent approval of 13.3 billion naira by the federal government for the takeoff of the community policing initiative across the country, the Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of research and planning, Adeleye Oyabade, said on Tuesday that all security arrangements in the country would fall under the community policing setup of the federal government. I'm going to tell you straight away, by the time the community policing strategy and implementation come fully into operation, everybody will follow suit. Everybody will join us and follow what we are preaching and what we practice, Oyabade said. Responding Wednesday on Channel's television program Sunrise Daily, Akeredolu said, "It will never be accepted. It is not our thinking. We have a law that sets this up. If the DIG feels otherwise, there is always a place for us to ventilate it. We are not afraid of this. The law says Amotekun will operate under its own law. It is not going to be subsumed under any setup. No. We will not collapse Amotekun for community policing. It will stand on its own. There is no intimidation. We are not people that can be intimidated or that the IG will give orders to. We will not. Amotekun is different. Community policing is different. If the IG does not understand, he will leave one day and other people will understand." This is strong. We will work together. It is collaboration, not that it will be subsumed. The law is there, and if anybody finds a fault in that law, we can go to court and ventilate it, whatever position in it. The DIG is totally wrong. Amotekun will not be subsumed under the community policing. And the use of arms by Amotekun corps, Akeredolu noted, "We are trying to make a case, but we have not yet agreed as to what should be with the issue of ammunition. For now, we allow Amotekun corps to carry non-prohibition ammunition. There are some ammunition that are non-prohibited. But we know it can look suicidal trying to confront these criminals with non-prohibited ammunition, so we are looking at other means." That's nice. These are disciplined people, and if they carry arms, it will be for protection. We will keep having this discussion with the police and at the national level. But if the Nigerian police find it difficult to prevent headers who carry weapons with their own cows, and with their cows. Some of them have prohibited arms like AK-47, and you have not been able to prevent that. So what stops disciplining people like Amotekun, that's their operatives, to carry arms for protection? At least when civil defense started, they were not carrying arms. They didn't allow them to carry arms, but a case was made and they now carry arms. We will continue to discuss this, he said. Wow. Now, the governor went further to say, I am sure that they are taking this thing too far. Governors will have to pay. We have discussed this thing before and we told them it is not going to be possible. Are you increasing our allocations? Which state governor will accept that? Other states might say yes, we will pay, but we will not pay. Let's be fair to ourselves. We are running a federal system. Where is that money going to come from? Is it from those who are struggling to pay salaries? Nobody has ever come to us to say we will pay salaries of community policemen anyway. And if they come, we will write to say no, we don't have extra money to do that. The governor further explained the need for multi-level policing to effectively confront the security challenges in the country. He added, no state takes pride in insecurity, and the governors will be committed to state policing because most governors are elected to secure the lives and properties within their domains. So what state will now have the police of its own and not deploy it to good use? Multi-level policing is the best for this country. I'm one of those who believe we cannot have a central police and that security will continue to suffer until we devolve multi-level policing. Maybe people are afraid that the governors will take charge of it. No, the governors will not be the ones who will be solely responsible for the state police. It will be a police council at the state level. The competition will be spelled out and people will be there by the virtue of their offices. So it's not going to be a command that will be headed by the governor, but by functionality of the state police council. Now, this is really interesting. You know, when this news came out yesterday, I was wondering, Amotekun is up and running. Amotekun has been set up in such a way that it is neutral. It is strictly indigenous. Of course, they are talking about community policing as well, which looks strictly indigenous. But it will be structured by the federal government and be answerable to the federal government and the IG. Now, the beauty of Amotekun is the fact that we have seen 1 or 2 cases where Amotekun had functioned exceptionally well. A typical example is the illegal mining that has been discovered in Osun, or there's Oshogbo in particular, where they discovered that high-profile politicians are the ones in charge of this illegal mining that is taking place in Osun, and they bring in foreigners like Ghanaians, Malians, and Chinese to come mine in that place, and some locals too from that region. And you now find out that Nigerians are losing a lot of money via some of these corrupt politicians. Amotekun was able to discover that. Although, of course, they refuse to mention name for security purposes, but, you know, they have at least submitted those information to the appropriate quarters. Now, imagine police have been in existence for how long in Nigeria? They've not been able to discover illegal mining for a while, but Amotekun, just few months of being around, they've been able to do that. Same thing with herdsmen in Ekiti. They were able to chase out herdsmen that were disturbing the community. They chased them with their vehicle until they took them out of the community, and the community people were very happy and they were sound. You cannot overemphasize the importance of independent security outfit like Amotekun. If you make it community policing and structure it under the IG, then it's just a subset of the Nigerian police, and whatever corrupt practices that have bedeviled the Nigerian police will also, you know, become a miniature, look like what has been happening in the Nigerian police system. So I feel that if the southwestern zone can stand their ground, which I feel will be a tussle. Don't forget that when Amotekun was about to be enacted, there were a lot of struggles not wanting it to come to pass, but somehow they had no strong reasons why it shouldn't come to pass, judging the fact that Nigeria have suffered a lot of insecurity. So that Amotekun coming in to help security issues was a welcome idea, but they didn't know how to go about saying don't do it. The likes of Junaid Mohammed, the second Republican lawmaker, came up and said the issue of regional security, or the Yorubas forming their own country or their own region via security has always been even in his own time, but somehow they were able to dissuade them. But right now with Amotekun, that he is so sure that Amotekun is more more political than security issues. But whatever the case may be, Amotekun took off. Now they're trying to reabsorb Amotekun back into state policing, of which every state by default will have some sort of Amotekun. May not be codenamed Amotekun, but you will have your Amotekun or your security community policing in your community, which will to look like every other security outfit. As time goes by, it will no longer be something that the locals alone will be doing. As time goes on, it will evolve. Before you know, there'll be transfers in and out. That means you can wake up one morning, one person that is in Ogun will be transferred to Zamfara, and somebody that's in Zamfara may be transferred to Lagos. Not because of anything, probably because they say, okay, we want intelligence to mingle with them, because technically speaking, the structure has been wired such that the IG or the federal might is taking charge. So if you ask me, but I don't know how Akeredolu and the Southwestern governors is going to fight this out. But I feel it's an interesting one to watch out for. Let's keep you updated as more.